Howdy, howdy, brothers and sisters. Uh, Nasty here today. Shames is during 2 o'clock, 10 till 3, and it's dark. But anyway, the Sabbath. What is up with the Sabbath? To do work and not to do work. To kill people, not to kill people. You know, there's a lot of people like following Levitical laws. Well, right there, it proves you can't work on the Sabbath. It proves you can't eat pork. Who wrote them Levitical laws? God wrote them Levitical. God wrote them? Are you sure about that? You know, in them Levitical laws, Moses instituted cold-blooded murder in the name of God. Yes, he did. Moses instituted cold-blooded murder in God's name. Moron. Yeah. All righty. That's that. All righty. Leviticus 23:3. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. See, there it proves it. We can't do no work. 6 day, Exodus 31:15. All corrupt Jesuit versions. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to the Lord. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Does any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Okay, talk about killing people. He said, the Sabbath was made for man, and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, the Son of Man is also Lord of the Sabbath. Oh, yeah. Remember this? It was on the Sabbath. They're eating bread. They're picking grain, eating it. Well, David went and ate the shewbread. Wasn't lawful for him. Who's David? Jesus said to them, who's Jesus? My Father is always at his work to this very day, and I too am working. When was this? It was on the Sabbath. My Father is always at his work, even on the Sabbath. Jesus said, my Father worketh hitherto, and I work. John 5:17. To this very day, my Father is at his work to this very day, and I am too working. But Jesus replied, my Father is always working. So, somebody needs to go kill God. Is this the one? No. My Father is working. It's on the Sabbath. My Father is working. Okay. The parable, not parable. Well, I guess so. On the Sabbath, are you going to lift it out, or are you going to let it stay in there? It is lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Wherefore, it is lawful to do well on the Sabbath. To do. That means you're working. What type of work is forbidden on the Sabbath? The biblical ban against work on the Sabbath, while never clearly defined, includes activities such as baking and cooking, traveling, kindling fire, gathering wood, buying and selling, and bearing burdens from one domain to another. So if it's colder than crap, you ain't going to go gather no wood. If it's colder than crap, you ain't going to stoke a fire. If something comes up and you have to go, if your neighbor comes knocking at your door, hungry, after traveling, because he was freezing to death and kindled a fire after gathering wood, because he couldn't buy or sell none of it, he didn't have no money. Bearing burdens for another neighbor, come to him. His house burnt down, and they had to travel to your house, hungry, in the cold, because they was killing fire, gathering wood, and you ain't gonna make them nothing to eat. What about helping your neighbor? Cooking and baking and kindling a fire are prohibited by Jewish law. What does the Bible say we should do on the Sabbath? By not doing any work and allowing the whole household to cease from work. According to the biblical narrative, when God revealed the Ten Commandments to the Israelites at Mount Sinai, they were commanded to remember the Sabbath and keep it holy by not doing any work. A person is worth far more than a sheep. So it is lawful to do what is good on the Sabbath. Huh? Really? Well, that's just not what Moses and the Levitical law says. We got to stone that man. Who said that? Who said that? There you go. I didn't say that. God said that. Follow the Levitical laws. Follow the Exodus laws. I suggest against it. I want to follow what God said. Remember, Moses instituted cold-blooded murder in the name of God.